latest from the world of pointless remakes is the news that they're going to be remaking Soapdish. Now, a lot of you probably haven't even heard of a flick called Soapdish. The only reason that I remember it was that I was 17 years old and usher in a cinema when that flick came out. Kevin Kline, I seem to remember. Either way, it's the most average possible movie. I think it was probably tolerable. But why are we remaking Soapdish? My God, there are original ideas out there. We do not need to be remaking flicks like this. But in a way, I can actually see there being more point remaking something that's terminally mediocre than actually remaking something that's really, really good. I recently buckled and watched the Nightmare on Elm Street remake a few weeks ago, which took everything that was fantastic about the original film and flushed it completely down the shitter. Not only did it fail to take advantage of all the wondrous possibilities of the nightmare dreamscape, but it also managed to continually rub the audience's face in their big idea that Freddy Krueger was a child molester. For me, having a bad guy as a child molester isn't as much fun as having the bad guy as the boogeyman. We've always known that Freddy Krueger was bad news for kids and teenagers. You don't actually need this strange literalism of saying, alright then let's actually make this character a child molester. It just seems so pointless to me. And similarly, on my Sky Plus box at the moment, I've got sitting waiting to be viewed Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, I actually really like Rob Zombie's music. I've been a fan of his tunes for quite a long time. Not so much his movies, and I thought that, again, his remake of Halloween was one of the worst examples of what can happen when something goes through the remake shredder. It took everything that was scary about Michael Myers and flushed all that away. The reason Michael Myers is scary to me in the original Halloween is because he's an unknowable boogeyman in the same way that Freddy Krueger is. And to fill out all this backstory and basically just make him a redneck with a grudge just seems... I'm not scared of that. I'm scared of the boogeyman. I'm scared of the unknowable, and to take these unknowables and give them endless backstory, it robs the myth of any power. So no, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of contemporary remakes, unfortunately. Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead was one of the few that I think stands up. Loved that to bits, thought it was really, really good, but it wasn't all that straightforward a remake. But it brought some brains to the table, which some of these others seem to be severely lacking. I've occasionally wondered about whether I'd ever want to remake any of my movies. Trash House, maybe, as it was the first movie I ever made, and the constraints of the budget are more obvious than I would like. I'd remake that on a Hollywood budget, but I wouldn't give a huge backstory to the bad guy. No way.
If it doesn't,